Good evening, everyone. From the Central Illinois Weather Network, I'm Larry Eastep. About 11:20 on this Easter Sunday, 2010. Another quick update on what we're looking at here as far as severe weather goes across most of Central Illinois at this hour. And we still have tornado warnings we're dealing with. And just to the north and northwest of St. Louis, we have severe thunderstorm warnings. So let's bring you up to date on what's happening. Also, I'll draw your attention there to the far right side of your screen along I-57. There is a pretty good little thunderstorm there, about halfway between Champaign and Effingham. So probably a little bit south of Tuscola right now. Could have some strong winds and some hail with that. We'll take a look at that in a little bit more detail here in just a little while. But let's look at these tornado warnings we have in effect. Switching over to Storm Lab now, and we can show you a couple of these cells in detail. First of all, the last of the storms appears to be moving through the Springfield area at this time, stretching from Ashland to just south of Sherman over towards the Rochester area. Nothing severe with this. Some heavy rain for a few minutes and possibly some very small hail, but this will be out of here within the next half hour to 45 minutes, and I expect that should be the last of the rain and the heavy precipitation for tonight over the Springfield area and north of the I-72 corridor. Not the same story south of the I-72 corridor and along and to the west and east now of I-55. Right along I-55, actually, in Macoupin and Montgomery counties. Let's talk about this. Central Macoupin County in southwest Illinois, Montgomery County in south central Illinois, still under a tornado warning for another 10 minutes until 11:30. At 10:45 p.m., a spotter 3 miles southwest of Standard City reported golf ball-sized hail and 65-mile-per-hour wind gust. Radar still indicates this particular cell to the north of Hillsborough over towards Nokomis continues to have the potential to produce a tornado. A new tornado warning until midnight for eastern Jersey County, which pretty much can be brought into the clear now for this particular tornado warning because the cell has moved out of there. So we're going to be talking about southern Macoupin County, which basically draw a line over the southern half from Carlinville down to Gillespie. That's going to be the area to watch. A tornado warning for there until midnight. At 11:10, National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This dangerous storm is located 6 miles north of Brighton or 8 miles east of Jerseyville, moving east at 50 miles an hour. Let's zoom in on this particular cell as we can show you this very clearly here now to the east of Medora, northeast of Shipman, and to the west and northwest of Gillespie. I'm going to turn on, we'll turn on here the velocity and see if we can get that to come up and show you what we're looking at as far as that goes. The real area of concern right now, we're still seeing a little bit of a hook echo here from Mount Olive back towards Bunker Hill, and east of Shipman we're seeing this red and green that we've been seeing all night. And usually when we see this pink and green start to mix together, this is an area we start watching. So I would say the largest threat right now for the possibility of a tornado would be in this area between Bunker Hill, Shipman, and Gillespie, a little triangle there, as this moves towards the east. I'm going to change elevation here just a bit and see if that makes any difference. A little bit higher up, we're seeing some rotation again, moving towards the Litchfield area. These two cells have kind of congealed together, and that is something to watch as well. Let's go to relative velocity here and see if we see any change on this from that level. And not really seeing a lot of change there. Back to reflectivity, we'll change the angle here just a bit and see if that not making a huge difference. That's a little bit away from the radar site, but I think we're still seeing some rotation fairly close to ground level. Reflectivity shows this line of storms now from Nokomis all the way up actually to Verdon and Girard. You're seeing some heavy rain with this, but Nokomis, Witt, Raymond, Carlinville, all under the gun. Let's keep an eye on this, so from Gillespie to Shipman, up to the Carlinville area. This is the area we could see tornadic potential with this cell here in, again, southern Macoupin County, a tornado warning until midnight. The other warning getting ready to expire to the east there in about 5 minutes or so, unless it is reissued. Again, Storm Predator shows you that line. It stretches all the way back to Jefferson City. It is moving towards the east. The northern extent, again, moving along I-72 and starting to move out of the areas. Now you can pretty much put in the clear the areas to the west of Jacksonville and to the west of US 67, north of I-72. You're in the clear there and no longer under any watches or warnings. Let's take a look at the loop of this, because this has been a crazy night as these storms move through. This loop here on Storm Predator just kind of shows you the rapid development and really along the same area. Heavy rains, different warnings have popped up along the way, but we've had this tornadic cell that we've really been watching the past couple hours as it moved across the Illinois border and then just really stayed pretty intense with this pink and purples as it moved to the Carlinville area and even south of that. Again, you're seeing this all kind of race off to the east at about 50 miles an hour this evening, and it all should definitely be out of here by about 2 o'clock, which is when that severe thunderstorm watch expires down to the south. We can show you that on a little bit of a wider view of the radar. If we pull out on this, we can show you the Storm Lab is pretty much in the clear once we get to the west of the Mississippi River over the next couple of hours. All this will start racing off towards the east, and we should be talking about a fairly nice day on Monday before a chance that precipitation returns again. But again, this is the area we're going to be watching just to the north of St. Louis. Some pretty heavy storms moving towards Alton, but tornadic storms right now, again, in southern Macoupin County in southwest Illinois until midnight. Larry Estep in the Central Illinois Weather Network.